welcome to another episode of the Chaotic Minds. I am your host, Savante Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and I am joined today with my co-hosts.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. I'm Henry Monty, also known as Mayhem Hearts Mace, the co-host.
Greetings and salutations. I am Dark Trooper coming from you live from secret location, aka my couch.
I'm gonna steal his couch.
You don't even know where I live, boy.
And I am Dom, aka Sage the Intelligent, also Dominant Visions, and I'm here with you guys tonight. So sit back, relax, have a joy, and have a good listen.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm here from Michigan, and I'm basically here as a third party to chime in my opinions.
Yay! Hi, Jenny.
Greetings, Jenny.
Officer Jenny, won't you please?
She comes from Castle Grayskull.
I thought you came from the Yoto region.
You sure it's not Cerulean City?
Welcome, though. Did you say your character, your character, creature, or animal is a lizard or a gecko?
You know, I'm gonna come over there and throw a damn snowball at somebody.
An iguana.
I just
Yes, sir.
want to intro myself.
All right, we'll have that posted later. Thunderbase, do the intro for the next thing that we are set up for to start off.
I guess I just don't get an intro today.
Damn it, Llama. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, I always go last.
Do you? Okay.
Yes.
I'm horrible.
No
Llama.
intro for you.
Wow, first time on Restream with this, and
I don't even know if I want to do my intro now.
You hurt his feelings, Henry.
Llama, I love you. I'll throw a snowball at you. What's happening?
No, damn it, I'm doing my intro.
Do your intro,
Good for
Llama.
you.
Do your intro. Damn it, Llama. Do your intro. Zoom in on this guy for his picture. And that's not.
That
Damn it, Llama.
Hey, we're all getting used to the new
I've been
platform.
exposed.
Overlord. Introduction to my brother.
and I am the Supreme Llama Overlord, and in the year exactly how I lived it: chaotic, fluffy, and generally being mayhem's problem.
Damn it, Llama.
And spitting in people's faces just for looking at them funny.
He's hurting my third eye.
I'll poke your third
He's
eye
very,
if you know
he's
what
very
I'm saying.
unpredictable.
I'll poke your third eye with my boot. That's what I'll do.
All right, so for the Chaotic Minds, welcome. Hello, hey guys, how you doing today? For relationship advice, I am Mayhem the Hearts Mace. I here to explain some of the first things you need to know when it comes to relationships. And the first thing in relationships is communication. Communication is key. It's key to all relationships. Is key to all relationships, friendships, workships, and such. And to make sure that you have less of issues when it comes to war or problems or drama, unless you love drama, but that should be on movies and screens.
Drama.
Drama llama.
I can believe it.
forget.
Was you. Damn it, Llama.
On a summer's day.
So on that, when it comes to talking, chatting, communicating for the seasons that are, I know it's winter time for many in our current time and year. I hope everybody had a good season's greetings, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and such. Remember that it's nice to have a little bit of family and friends. Thank you. I'll do a little bit of disclaimer as well. We have these are our opinions, nobody else's. Also, what we think, do, say is ours, not yours. Don't do anything stupid. If you hear or say or show anything that we post or show in videos, it is not anything illegal standpoint. It all follows
And all
rules.
intellectual property belongs to the provider it belonged to.
Yes. So on that, we're gonna check a video here from it's called Modern King. He pulls up videos around the world and gets things situated. And this is one right here. You don't do in a relationship. Guy's sitting here, his homie, and this girl wants the attention. So as she comes in for the attention, she decides to turn off his game while he's mid game with friends and people doing scores and stuff. And that's not how you get attention to your hubby, your man. I'll tell you how you do it in a minute. You don't do that. Why would you do that? Why do you just walk up and push the button and off? Just, especially if you've been playing that game for a long time. And playing dumb, it was an accident. No. That's disrespectful. That's rude. You want to know how you get his attention and you want to help with getting things done?
You poke him on the shoulder. You touch him on the shoulder. You wave in front of his face. You don't go and turn his Xbox off.
You say, "Hey, the next match or two, if you don't mind helping me with some stuff," or you can be provocative in a perverted sense kind of way. Dress up a certain way. You can. She could wear the same thing she was wearing with no underwear on, and just happen to bend over and whoop, hey, and he just like, oh. Or she can just sit next and cuddle.
I'm not wearing underwear right now.
Damn it, Llama.
We didn't need to know that.
All right, you can sit next to him, which is the one guy's dream, especially a gamer guy's dream. When he's playing a game, you happen to just sit next to him, unzip or pull out or whip out things and happen to, suck in your favorite lollipop for a while.
Lollipop. Ooh,
also makes him happy in some ways. It makes you happy in other ways. It makes you both happy and closer and fun. And there's other things that you could do. Or you could just cuddle and hang out with him. Or you can join him and learn how to play. There's that. If you're getting with somebody that likes the game, you don't take away the thing they love doing for their favorite pastime. Yes, just because they want you to be more of the pastime, hanging out with them and doing things with them, you can learn to do things with them and back. When you get in a relationship with somebody, guy is a gamer and the girl loves I'd say romance novels and painting. You both can sit there and do that together. You can listen to a romance novel while you game. Or, which would be a great troll, to be honest, if you leave your mics open and you leave the romance novel playing while you're gaming and everybody's hearing it while they're
50 Shades of Grey?
Oh my God. Damn it, Mama. 50 Shades of Grey is not a good book for romance.
That's actually would be a good way of getting banned from the server.
But yeah, you play a romance novel sitting there and put it on an audio while you're playing, and then she could do that. You can have time where you can paint together and learn to paint certain things together and fun and have a good time. You do other so many things. Instead of turning off their game system, you don't directly, disrespectfully, rudely. That's going to cause conflict. You need to avoid that. I've learned that myself for many different reasons. Even if someone starts the thing, don't be a dick about it. Just walk away if you need to. Give a small gesture if you need to, but don't go any further than that. Don't you say one sentence. You don't say anything rude. Don't threatening. Nothing disrespectful, just whatever.
Or just pass them a note, just put a sticky note or a piece of paper, right on saying, "I need to see you after this match. I need to talk to you," and give it to him.
Yeah.
Nothing doesn't need to be complicated.
Well,
she
while
did
he's
was
playing the game, walk up, flash him. I think he'll get the point. He'll be happier. But text him. There's so many different things you can do.
But on the flip side, to be plays devil advocate, he may have been playing for hours, and she's been trying to get his attention. Because remember, we're only seeing that chunk of the video.
Well, yeah. There's the concept to it of I agree. There's also the concept that he could have been playing all day and been lazy and done nothing. But if he's been working all day and this is day off and resting and wanting to play a game with his homies, what you also could do is sit down at a table and you talk and discuss things, communicate accordingly. and state that, hey, before we do anything, gaming and whatever else or anything crazy, let's get the chores done around the house. At least get them started. Hey, get the laundry going while we're getting some other things going. And then by
Helps out, bro. I'm stuck in the dryer.
oh my god, damn it, Mama. Oh, there's so many different things you could do in the relationship. You can communicate accordingly with and say, hey, let's get this done. Shift things over through the laundry to the dryer while you're cleaning and everything else, or organizing, taking out the trash, doing the dishes, folding your clothes, making your bed, doing some light workout stretches. You can even make it part of the game when you're playing video games together. Every time one of you die, wife has to do squats and stuff like that, and man has to do push-ups every death. And then you can even switch it from there. You can even make it more of a family thing with friends and stuff, or you can make it more relationship oriented or naughty in a sense of like, hey, if I get more kills than you this turn, less clothing kind of thing. Joking, like, hey, these are pervy senses, don't mind them. If not, they don't have to be. You can just be honest and just be like, hey, I'm not gonna. But
Or if you're angry, try the X-Pac challenge.
There's so many things you do. Whoever wins gets to choose dinner. Whoever loses, buy dinner.
Whoever loses has to do the dishes.
Yeah, do that. If you lose this next match, honey, you have to get up and do the dishes with me.
Or do a task.
Yeah, you did just something.
There you go.
And you can come back and finish the rest.
Right.
He lost the match. Okay, cool. Okay, you won that match. The next match you lose, you're coming in and doing this. And you'd be like, all right, guys, I got to go. Like, boy, you just lost the match. I have to go. The rules. You follow the rules. Yeah, got to get it going, got to get it situated. It's something that should be in communicated accordingly into relationships where you have that, you get that stuff going. Tomorrow I already got I have a whole list I got to get set for tomorrow for chores.
I got stuff to do tomorrow too.
Yeah, I did some stuff today, but it was not enough. Mostly family time. I love family time. I just love hanging out with the wife and kids and just.
Honestly, I just relaxed today. I didn't do anything. I slept. I got up. I fed her, fed my dog, took my dog out, had breakfast, played some video games, then took a nap.
All right. Anybody have anything else to say or state for relationships before we shift off to the next segment? Because we can go a little bit longer now that we are running on Restream instead of StreamYard.
The problem is with relationships, particularly with relationships like that, there's many factors that could go into why she would think that her just going casually turning the game console off to get the guy's attention was a good idea. But it wasn't. It's a rude thing to do. It's no different than if I come in while she's doing her makeup and I just go in and he takes his hand and just wipes it right on her eye and wipes up all the makeup she just put on. It literally
practical jokes I see do happen. There are people who do go too far, like the clippers. You ever seen a guy accidentally clip a girl's eyebrow off?
Ooh.
No,
You've
never.
seen that? Oh, I feel so bad for anybody that's had it happen where it shows a guy. He does it first like this because realizing that if you go a certain direction with the setting.
I think he was trying to prank her and using a fake razor instead of using a sound and a fake razor. He accidentally turned the razor on and then cut it off.
It's there's a certain direction you can go with it, and you don't have to worry about actually clipping from a direction. But the direction he went, right off.
That's very true.
He went the opposite direction he originally went with his eyebrow. He tested himself first, thinking, oh yeah, but then he realized after that he flipped it around and took her eyebrow right off his lady. Beat the crap out of him because it was live streamed. It was hilarious.
It is time that we move on to our lore section.
Floor.
Lore.
greeting my true believers. Today we're going to talk about with the new year, with the brand new year coming around the next day. I thought we would talk about Father Time himself. I'm not talking how Father Time became Father Time. Father Time is actually a Titan named Kronos. Actually, it's actually Saturn, and it's actually a celebration of Saturnalia. Was the celebration of but I'm talking about the Greek version. We're talking about Kronos. Now, Kronos was the youngest child of Uranos and Gaia, two primordial gods who made a bunch of creatures, the Cyclopes, the Hippocynid, 100-handed ones, and all the fellow Titans, Hyperion, Atlas, and all that. Kronos would plot with their mother Gaia because Uranos was a cruel man, was a cruel god, and was hurting Gaia because she was pushing all of her children deeper into her, not letting them live.
Oh well, yep.
But by doing so, she fashioned him a special scythe that would get that and lured Uranos down from his seat of power. Kronos, with the help of his brothers, would kill Uranos, cutting off his man bits and throwing it into the ocean.
Oh, that's messed up.
Jeez.
But fun fact, side note, that's how Aphrodite was born.
Wait. Hang on.
Dangly parts.
No, he took his man bits, threw it into the ocean. She was born from the combination of the sea foam, and she was born. So she's actually the last child of Uranos. Back to the original.
His dick fell in the ocean, squirted his last nut in the ocean, and got the sea foam pregnant, and then created her.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy crap.
Technology. What do you expect?
No wonder why Aphrodite hides in a shell sometimes.
I'm covered in manges. Hey, how you doing?
It's Greek mythology. What do you expect? Remember, Athena was born from the thoughts of Zeus.
Oh wow.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Carry on.
Kronos, fearing because he was warned by Uranos that he was cursed by Uranos that he would follow the same fate as him, was very paranoid about his children. By doing so, he created an atrocity of epic proportion. Every child that was born from him and Rhea, which he would eat and swallow whole. The firstborn was actually Hestia, goddess of the hearth. Then it went from Hestia, Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, and Hades would all be consumed by Uranus, by Kronos. But being immortal gods, they grew up naturally inside of him. Zeus was the only child who was not swallowed by Kronos. Because Rhea was at the time. By the time Zeus was born, Rhea was tired of this, and we could not stand having her last child be eaten by Kronos. So what he does, she takes him. He takes him to a special island, far from Kronos's eyes. What was the name? I think it was called Lepnos. There he was raised by druids, by dryads and others to become big and strong and to fulfill his destiny. She wrapped the last child, the swaddling cloak of Zeus in over a rock, and Kronos ate the rock. When Zeus became of age, he would make Kronos take a potion that regurgitated all of his brothers and sisters. and then started a war called the Titanialius, which is the great war between the Titans and the gods. The gods would inevitably win, and in some stories, Kronos was banished to the dark place called Tartarus. But in other stories, like what the Romans thought, they changed him into Saturnalia, gave him ability to control time, and he was banished to the end of time. Forever, this is his day. The last day of the year is the last day of where Kronos is. Has always banished to, and always forever watching with his scythe. Oh, he was hidden in a cave on Crete. Sorry. And that's it. Kronos. In some stories, Zeus tries to kill him. He can't. That's pretty much it. Do you guys got any questions?
So when it comes to that and everything with the lore, how is it that just so weird and so stuck on the whole concept of like magical space god jizz, sea foam and clams or whatever, making Aphrodite?
Hey, I didn't write the story, but the goddess of love would probably be on I'll probably do her on Valentine's Day.
Oh wow. So for other things of lore besides that, I've always loved the lore of Hercules and Silver-Billed Apollo, stuff like that.
What I love about Hercules is in the actual original Greek, his name is Heracles, which means in English it means beloved of Hera, which is probably the most ironic name in Greek mythology, because Hera hated his guts. Because the problem is Hera was the goddess of, and for all of you who don't know, Hera is the goddess of marriage and queenship. Her husband, who was Zeus, her brother, was a not so subtle man whore. She hated him, but because he's the king of the gods and the most strongest of the gods, she couldn't punish him. So she takes all her wrath on the children of his lineage.
That's messed up.
Ooh.
So,
in fact, she actually got Hercules killed because she persuaded his second wife to spread a poison compound inside his clothes, and that's what killed him.
Yep, it was a cloak of some sorts that was supposed to be from the scimitar, his blood that was poisonous. Hades, not Hades, but Hera sent him down with poisonous blood to go and attack Hercules and attack her. And then he, as he was fighting, Hercules shot him with a bow that was poisonous, making his blood like super venomous or something like that. And then
it's centaur blood. Centaur blood's extremely toxic.
And then he mentioned to his last words, "Put my blood on this cloak and hand it to him when you think you're about to lose him, and it will bring him closer to you." And it was something along those lines. And she kept it for years. And then one day, she felt like she was going to lose him on this mission. He's getting ready to leave, so she throws it on him. And moments later, it starts burning his skin and absorbing his strength and killing him and poisoning him and sickening him because it's been sitting there soaking for years. But
that's for a tale for another day.
That's another day's tale. On that note, let's go to the next one for Arcadic Minds.
As it is time for our celebrity birthdays.
And we're starting on the 25th.
Oh, Oh, sorry, I was getting into
And
it. Damn it.
we are
It's really
starting
good.
today on December 25th, and we're going to start it off with country singer from 1946 to 2023, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Got one for as well. Justin Trudeau, 54, world leader, they say. His actual last name is supposed to be Justin Castro, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Guy did more blackface than anybody else. But happy birthday. I'm sorry, I'm horrible.
How
I
about
totally-
Princess Alexandria? She's 89 years old. She's the first cousin of Elizabeth II.
How about this? Miro, aka Rusev. It's Rusev Day. He's 40
Nice.
years old.
Did we get Humphrey Bogart?
Nope.
I'll hump you for free.
Damn it, Llama. Casablanca.
To answer your question, no, we didn't.
He died at age of 57 in 1957. Happy birthday.
I have
Happy
one.
birthday to a dead man.
Sissy Spacek, 76, movie actress, best known for the 1970s Stephen King film Carrie.
Okay, I
She's
go
the
on.
titular character.
How about Claire Bardin, entrepreneur? She was She was a Civil War volunteer and nurse who founded the American Red Cross.
I got one. One from my hometown. He's not on the list. Coach Mike Higgins. He and Junior. I believe both of them were born on Christmas. Happy birthday and Happy New Year. All right, who do we have next?
How about this? Muhammad Ali Jinnah,
Say that 10 times fast.
a public leader of the All India Muslim League, who founded the majority.
CCH Pounder, 73, TV actress, best known for CSI and the voice of Amanda Waller in Justice League Unlimited.
Nice. Got Ditto, 54, pop singer. Did we do her already?
Mm-mm.
What day are we on again?
Damn it, Llama. Oh, right now.
Christmas.
We got one more before we end Christmas. Just let you know, like.
I got a good one.
Okay. What is that one?
According to the old style calendar, Sir Isaac Newton was born on December 25th.
Oh,
In
wow.
the new style, it says January 4th, but it's like a weird calendar shift thing between the two. So
Very nice.
How
if
about
you don't know who he is, then screw you.
How about this? Annie Lennox, pop singer. She's the lead vocalist of the Eurythmics, the ones that brought us Sweet Dreams and Walking on Broken Glass.
Why do you want to walk up over?
And she's known for her solo song "No More I Love Yous."
Mm-hmm.
It's cold out there. All right.
Let's do one more and go move on.
We're on the 26th now.
All right.
Let's start off with Thunderbase starts them off for each one of them before we go to the next. Thunderbase.
Andy Biersack, 35, aka Andy 6 from Black Veil Brides.
How about Mao Zedong, world leader? He is the founder of the Chinese Communist Revolution and founder of the People's Republic of China in 1949.
Oh,
He is dead. He died in 1976 at the age of 82.
I got one. How about Chris Daughtry, 46, rock singer, aka lead singer of rock band Daughtry, who formerly was a American Idol contestant?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got one right here. Jared Leto, 54, movie actor and musician. Sorry, dude, you were not a good Joker.
He's
Got the-
formerly the lead frontman for 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yes, that he's been doing for a while, but certain acting roles, that one,
He also played the new Joker in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's where That's where his rise and fall began with his acting.
his
2016
Joker.
beyond, including Morbius.
His Morbius is all right. I liked his Morbius a bit more.
He recently was casted in Tron. I think it was, is it Ares or Legacy? I'm not sure which one that was, but that came out recently.
How about Kit
Harrington.
Harrington?
I thought he was going to say kicked hard and nuts.
He's 39 years old, best known for his role as Jon Snow in the HBO series The Game of Thrones. The funny thing about that, he actually did an interview, and he was actually telling a story about when he got pulled over by the cops. He was actually told by the cats, "Do not tell anybody about this. Do not say to anybody."
He also was featured in one of Marvel's unpopular films, Eternals, as Black Knight.
Nice.
He gets pulled over by the cops and the guy goes, "Well, I could take you to jail, or you could tell me how what's going to happen the next season. And depending on what happens, might take you to jail anyway." He goes, "My character lives." He goes, "Okay, you're free to go, Commander."
Wow. Wow.
How about
It
this?
was cool. Yeah.
Did
Lars Ulrich. He's 62, or Ulrich. Lars Ulrich. He's the drummer of Metallica.
Are we on the 26th now?
Yes.
Charles Babbage, a mathematician, philosopher, and inventor and mechanical engineer. Babbage originated the concept of a digital programmable computer, and some to merit him the title of father of the computer. December 26, 1791 to 1871.
I have one. Tamira Morrison, movie actor, 65 years old, who's best known for Star Wars Attack of the Clone Wars and Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and Aquaman franchise.
All right, I got one. This one's not in the list. This one's of my dad, known as Hankenstein or Henry Montney Sr. 52 years old. One tough guy. Built a lot of Michigan.
How about Death of Bihars?
Want to do one more after that?
How about Carol Spinney?
Oh,
Died in 2019. He was the Sesame Street puppeteer for Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch.
I have one more. And
Okay.
voice actor Brad Swale, 49. He's best known voicing Gohan in the Ocean dub version of Dragon Ball Z and Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler, in X-Men Evolution. He also won an award in 2019 for the voice of Jin Kazama in Street Fighter X Tekken.
Nice. I got.
We'll be moving on to the 27th now. We'll be starting that off with Bill Goldberg, WWE wrestler. He's 59.
Nice. One of the best.
Johannes Kepler, a German astronomer, mathematician, astrologer, natural philosopher, and writer on music. 1571.
Wow.
He got another. I got one. Another wrestler, China, 1969, 2016. She passed April 8th. April 17th. I'm sorry, at age 46.
Got one right here. I got Haley Williams, 73, rock singer.
Ooh, I know that one. She's the front woman for Paramount.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's check a couple more before we go into the 28th. So, who else do we?
John Amos.
Oh,
He died in last year. Died August 21st last year at 84. And he was the father from Good Times.
he
Wow.
played James Evans Sr. in Good Times. He also played in Coming to America and Coming to America 2.
Let's do one more, and then we'll
Lisa Jacob, 47, movie actress. She's a former child star of Independence Day and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, nice. All right. We're going to go to December 28th. Thunderbase?
28th.
One moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
27th.
If you didn't choose it, Thunderbase, I'm choosing the next one right after you.
We are going to start it off with the legend, the one and the only. Died 2018, born 1922. The great, the immortal, Stan Lee.
Oh, yes. One of the greatest for comic book writing and creating. Big inspiration. Awesome dude. Funny. Love his stuff. All right. Never mind. You got that one. So I got to go look for another one now.
How about Bill Goldberg, 1995 wrestler?
That was 27th. We're on the 28th now.
I have one.
No, you don't.
An acting legend, Denzel Washington, 71.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of films everyone knows him for, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the 27th.
that's all you need to know.
Yeah, it was on the 27th. Bill
We're on the 28th now.
We're on the 28th.
All right, I got one right here. Woodrow Wilson.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I was just staring at that one.
1924 to U.S. president. He was 67 when he died.
How about this? John Legend, R&B singers, 47. It's the one that brought us Beautiful People, or Ordinary People, I mean. He's also teamed up with Jay-Z, Kanye West, along with many other popular artists. He also played in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Nice.
He made a special appearance in Soul Man with Bernie Mac and Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. We have a. Here we go. We have. Oh, I lost where I was at. I'm sorry. Give me a second, guys. Okay, here we go. We have John Manganiello. Am I saying it right? 49, TV actor. He's best known for one of the recurring roles of True Blood as a werewolf.
Oh, Magnanilo.
Yeah,
Magnanilo.
I do apologize if I can get the last name incorrect.
Agnanello.
That's why I was asking, like, did I get it correct or did I get it wrong? Because I knew I wasn't spelling it right. But yeah, he appeared in projects such as True Blood, One Tree Hill, Magic Mike, and White Collar.
Nice. Okay. Let's do a couple more before we shift off to the.
How about Seth Meyers? He's a TV host. He's 52 years old. He used to host the Saturday Night Live, but he also now hosts a late night program at NBC.
Got one right here. Jessie Buckley, 36, movie actress.
Okay.
She was in a film role in Judy after previous scenes of Beast in 2018, Will Rose. All right. Anything else? Anyone else want to do one before we shift over to the 29th?
How about from the runner-up from the 17th season, or no, the 7th season of American Idol, Dave Archuleta.
Nice.
I remember him. He's the one that lost to the dude with to Phil Phillips.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with the 29th of December. Thunderbase. Start it off.
We're gonna start it off with John Vogt. He is the one that
87.
he appeared with his daughter Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. He's the father of Angelina.
Wow.
Yep. That's
He's also from the classic film Midnight Cowboy.
Nice.
He was featured in a 90s horror film, or you could say thriller, Anaconda.
Yep, and he was also in Coming Home.
Nice. Got one right here. Ted Danson, 78, TV actor.
Oh, Ted Danson.
Danson. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
He was the bartender in Cheers.
Yes. Who's
He appeared as the mayor on The Good Place.
CSI and Bored to Death, 2016, and A Good Place.
Ooh, dear. How about Mary Tyler Moore? She died in 2017 at the age of 80, and she did not photo well.
Yeah, that's a sitcom legend, definitely.
Hey, Mayhem.
Yeah, what up?
If you were to have sex every day and melt down all the condoms from that, what kind of tire would you call that?
Damn it, Llama. I
No, you would call it a fucking Goodyear, which relates to Charles Goodyear, born December 29th, 1800.
wait. Did that how he made his?
No, he's not like. Okay, so Goodyear is credited with inventing the chemical process to create and manufacture pliable, waterproof, moldable rubber, which he is not the founder of Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, but it is named after him.
How about this one? Jude Law, 53, movie actor. He's known for playing in Captain Marvel and Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
I'll marvel your captain, if you know what I'm saying.
How about U.S. President Andrew Johnson, who died in 1875 at the age of 66? He was the 17th president of the United States of America, who became president because after assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Ew.
So dark.
How about Jane Levy? She played Tessa Altman on Subjugory. She also has appearances in Shameless, What If, and Evil Dead.
Oof. Yep. Mekhi Phifer, 51, TV actor. He's best known for a lot of 90s films such as Paid in Full, Soul Food, and even appeared in a music video, The Boy Is Mine by Brandy and Monica, and horror film I Know What You Did Last Summer.
But what The Boy Is
He
Not?
also was on ER as well.
Yes, in ER was one of the TV shows he was in, and the two short-lived series he was the Torchwood.
What about did you guys get Danny McBride?
No, we did not.
Danny McBride, 49 years old. Known in Pineapple Express.
This Is the End in Despicable Me.
Yep.
Those were funny.
All right, let's do a couple more before we shift over.
How about Jane Russian name. She's a pop singer. She was born in 1990 and died 2022 at the age of 31 to cancer. She was on the season 16 of America's Got Talent.
Ooh.
Let's see.
She was one of the ones that got the golden buzzer. She actually got Simon's golden buzzer.
Mm.
Okay.
I remember her. I remember seeing that. that one. She had an amazing voice.
Anybody have any more before we go to the 30th?
I got one. Dylan
There you go.
Minnette, 29, TV actor, best known for 13 Reasons Why and Scream 5.
Nice. Okay.
We are now moving on to December 30th. We're going to start that off with LeBron James,
Basketball
41, basketball player.
We don't want a Sprite Cranberry either.
You make
We
me
don't
want
want any.
All right. Let's do it.
You just make me want to cry.
I got one right here. It's the Tiger. It's
Yeah, I have the Tiger.
for himself, Tiger Woods, 50. Very interesting person. Happy birthday.
How about I just like this one. This her name, Lucy Punch.
Dang.
At 48,
Oh,
she's a
who
movie
did-
actress who played
did
in
Lucy
Bad
punch?
Teachers and Into the Woods.
Punch who?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. Who did Lucy punch?
Oh my God.
How about this? Cheryl Lee
Mayhem?
Ralph. She was the
Ooh.
one who played Dina in Broadway's Dreamgirls.
She
She's
was also D in
69 years old.
Oh.
Nice.
She was also Dee in Moesha and Rita from Disney's Oliver and Company.
Mm-hmm.
She had other appearances such as Sister Act 2 and Abbott Elementary. That's awesome.
Get the.
I got one.
Okay.
Eliza Dushku. She's best 45 for movie and TV actress. She's best known as Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Bring It On, and the court series Bull.
Nice.
Still freaking hot though.
How about this? Tyrese Gibson,
I was just about to get him.
47. He was
Very
in
nice.
Baby Boy. He's an R&B singer. He was in Baby Boy. He was also in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Uh-huh.
And his single was called Sweet Lady.
He was featured in Transformers, the movie.
Yep, he played Robert.
All right. Let's do a couple more.
I got one, I think. Let's see. I got Kristen Krieg, 43, TV actress. She's best known as Lana in Smallville, and she was Chun-Li in the disgraceful, disappointing film Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li.
Carry on, kind sir. Got one right here. Sandy Koufax, 90 years old, baseball player.
I should have said that one. I missed
You
it.
did?
Oh well. That was a good one. I could have sent that.
My bad. All right. Who else has one before we go to the next one?
Anyone?
What's the next one?
31st.
Today.
Oh, did we do Joseph Rudyard Kipling?
No.
No, I don't think we have.
English journalist, novelist, poet, and short story writer. He was born in British India. He wrote the Jungle Book, the second Jungle Book. Him, Just So Stories, The Man Who Would Be King, Mandalay.
Rudyard Kipling. Okay.
Yes, that word.
I have one more for bonus if anybody if it's possible.
I'll give you a bonus if you know what I'm saying.
Damn it, Llama.
No thanks. Not that kind of bonus. But
I was just gonna give you a 20, but never mind.
Tracy Ullman, 66, comedian. She's best known for the host of the Tracy Ullman Show and introduced The Simpsons as a short before it became a well-known series itself.
Okay, we're moving on to the 31st now.
The New Year's Eve.
We're going to start it off with the creator of the Gangnam Style himself, Psy.
Oh boy.
48.
I heard that song. He regretted making that song because it ruined his life.
I love that. That was funny.
Ooh.
Made
It's
a
a
lot of
good
money.
one. So many
How
good
about Anthony Hopkins, movie actor, 88, most notably as playing as Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lamb, but he also played
I
in
silenced
a
the lamb
film
once.
called Titus as the actual main character Titus, who he lost his sons not only in battle but lost his sons because the emperor killed them. He gave up his hand and then killed everybody at the end.
and also featured films such as Dead Silence and Red Dragon.
Oh, I got this one. How about Stephen He? He is the person that does the emotional damage.
And you took the one I was gonna say. But okay, you win that. I got one.
29.
Val Kilmer, movie actor, 1959 to 2025. He was Bruce Wayne, Batman in Batman Forever. And he also was Moses in The Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
And in Top Gun as Iceman.
Right.
He died recently this year.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
How about
Yeah, it's shook.
Donald? How about Donald Trump Jr.? 48. Son of Donald Trump and business CEO himself.
I ain't got nothing nice to say about him, so I'm not saying nothing.
He's all right, guy. Got nothing to say that's bad. Good. Oh,
Oh, how about John Denver, folk singer? He died in October 19, 1997, at the age of 53. He's best known for his songs Rocky High Mountain or Take Me Home, Country Road.
I have one.
go for it.
James Raymar, 72, movie and TV actor, best known as Ajax from The Warriors, Raiden in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Peter Gamby in Black Lightning, and Dexter's father from Dexter.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
And Hawkman from Justice League Unlimited.
How about this? Donna Summer from
Ooh.
1948 to 2012. She's
disco
the
queen.
one that brought us Bad Girls, Love to Love You Baby, and a bunch of other hit songs.
The queen of disco herself.
Mm-hmm.
How about Baby Newsworth?
Ooh, good one.
She's 67 years old. She is most known for playing in Cheers again, but as Dr. Lilith Stedman, and will eventually would be married to Frasier, and then show up in Frasier's series.
She's Aunt Nora in Jumanji, Annabelle in All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, and Sylvia the Librarian in an extremely goofy movie.
I'll show you an extremely goofy movie.
Now I want to watch it again and show it to my kids.
It's called Porno.
But
You know, Llama.
happy birthday to all those that we may have missed.
And
Happy New Year to everyone else. And we are going to be moving on to our safety tips and scam protection.
Don't die.
Oh dear. What do we have for safety scam tips today, guys?
I just did one.
Don't die. It's
Don't
very
don't do drugs and don't do stupid shit.
Oh, that's a nice one, but damn it, Llama. But when it comes to the winter for people that are in cold areas right now, be mindful where you're stepping, where you're walking. There's ice everywhere. Salt your areas so you can make it through. Also for your mailman.
Should I put pepper on my areas too?
Damn it, Llama.
And be
Also,
sure,
if
be
you
sure to
if you
bundle
live
up.
in a, make sure you pay your power bill on time so that you don't get interruption, so you don't lose your heater.
Oh, what's a power bill?
Damn it, Llama. What?
And to make sure your heater is up and running. And if you live in a place where you have thin walls, make sure you run your tap so that your pipes don't freeze in the middle of the night.
I'll let Mayhem tap the pipes if you know what I'm saying.
Damn it, Llama. He's on a roll.
But also for make sure you have your furnace tuned up. After X amount of years, you should always have somebody service it, even if you don't see any issues. They could come in and point out all the expenses that you need to pay now to keep it up and running. But it's always good to have somebody, a professional, come by and like tune it up, make sure it's running efficiently and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's much more efficient. Be mindful what you're doing when you're doing anything when it comes to tools, cleaning, working, open windows when you're working with stuff with chemicals. Be mindful what chemicals you're working with surfaces, and what they're mixing with. Do not mix certain chemicals together that could risk and or harm you and or your family or coworkers or such. Wear the proper gear when you're out in the cold. Wear more than one layer. Long johns are a thing you should be wearing. I don't know how some people walk around with just one layer of just basic clothing and perfectly fine. And I'm sitting there going like, I'm layered with 2 or 3 layers at most, if not more.
I mean, honestly, I'm not really wearing much of anything.
Damn it, Llama.
No, like, I wasn't trying to go for one of those. I'm just like, if I didn't like, I don't really care for wearing shorts, but I would wear shorts out in the cold. If I could get away with walking around naked outside, I would.
You're like that. Zenta's like that. I wouldn't doubt that that Dark Trooper here is like that, and such. Probably Dom. Like you guys walk through the winter like it's nothing.
Oh yeah, I walked a little
Hate it.
Caesars in flip flops in the snow once.
I can't
You're
touch
talking to someone that says the cold doesn't bother me.
exactly.
I walk out in shorts when I take the dogs outside, but always be mindful it's not for the weak.
Just for the record, Dom
Understood.
wears shorts.
Definitely not that.
Shorts.
No.
I also go outside and with only shirt on when
Whoa,
Damn.
There's an
my
image.
thing is letting my dog take a piss, but other than that, I bundle up like crazy.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry. Remember-
Layers, ladies and gentlemen, layers.
Layers.
It's the way to win in winter.
Shuffle properly and accordingly. Salt after.
You can even do a light pre-salt if you know the snow's coming.
Yeah, that's what we do sometimes. Also, you can path away to your garbage can if you need to, which is easier for you later on. Mindful, remember of that.
I actually saw a guy who put a plastic tarp down when he knew it was going to snow, and the next morning, all he had to do was pull the tarp off, and all the snow was taken out.
Nice.
Ooh, we should do that. Just tarp off the driveway and sidewalks, and then after it snows, we just take it.
Pour it on the side and let the kid play with it. Be
I
kind of
don't
cool.
know if it would work for all types of snow because there are some snows that it gets too hot. Like it gets too like the sun gets onto it and melts it. It might melt it and freeze overnight, but I don't know how it.
It's a workout. Let's do it. No, I don't know.
Then you're just lifting a plate instead of a tarp.
Right?
Ooh,
Right.
or you could just get a flamethrower.
Damn it, Llama, but he's not wrong. You can actually purchase those and utilize those. Don't take my legal advice or anything like that. But you I believe they're legal. I believe that freaking flamethrowers are legal.
Someone tried that, and it's not a good idea.
I've seen people do it. It's kind of cool.
And
Dangerous.
for those of us in Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours until 2026.
Oh yeah, you should definitely use a flamethrower to clear the snow off your roof.
Wait, so is this episode gonna go until 12? Are we gonna make a special that goes all the way, and we're gonna count down at the very end and then say goodbye?
We can make a special that goes all the way, if you know what I'm saying.
So it's a Thunder Base. If not, we can all do a Tusk Talk after, and I'm down for either or.
I'll show you what I'm down for.
Damn it, Llama.
We figured have a chat at the end.
Yeah, true.
We could have a chitty day to chat.
Llama chat, llama chat.
I'll show you the llama ding dong.
Damn it, Llama. Okay, so also for safety, guys, because of how the snow is and weather for certain people in the northern areas, feather your brakes via 2 to 3 car lengths away at least for everything, so you don't slide and crash, just in case people drive stupid or can't brake themselves when they're driving, or they hit black ice, or if they hit a patch of snow and their tires are kind of bald.
The other day, I-75 just had a 40-plus car pile up.
Jesus, squirrels and monkeys. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Like, I was actually working at the time when it happened. Luckily for me, I wasn't going northbound to Detroit.
75 and 96 tend to have a lot of accidents during.
Oh yeah, 96 is like terrible. When I was driving out to Grand Rapids daily, like pretty much 96 was being shut down at some point, like every other day because of some crash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just insane. It sucked. I started taking 94 just sit there and like shoot up to Lansing instead, and then jump on 96 from there because everything was happening between Detroit and Lansing on 96.
Okay.
But at this point, it is time to move on to our
Chick-fil-A.
Warhammer lore.
Whoa!
Hammer!
Damn it, Llama. Llama! Yeah.
Greetings and salutations by the grace of the Emperor and the blessings of the Holy Ordos. I am given permission to give you this broadcast. Today we're going to be talking about another regiment of the Astra Militarum. This one is known as come from a planet called Verdas. The Firstborn. Now, this planet has been in the Imperium for over 10,000 years old. Is over 10,000 years old, and one of the more important, because it is a hive, it's an industrial world that produces lots of much needed materials and war materials for the war effort, for the many wars that go across the Imperium. This planet actually dates back all the way back towards the founding of the Imperium. And during the Horus Heresy, they chose to remain neutral, not deciding with either side, and but kept their troops and their materials to themselves. At the end of the Horus Heresy, they chose to provide penance for their failure in its duties to the Emperor. By doing so, they are required, as part of their tithe, to give the firstborn child of every household to the Astra Militarum. it does call this regiment is called the Vertasi Firstborn. Each and every son and daughter of this world is actually the firstborn child of every household. It is to pay penance for their failure of their duty. By doing so, they create a chain of custody that ties the regiment together. We're bound within the ties of the regiment are. So literally, you could have whole family units that are of whole family generations of family in the same guardsman in the same unit. Sometimes, in fact, even old aunts and cousins are actually sometimes take care of younger cousins, and this creates a bond that is pretty much unheard of in the other regiments. Now, some of them they actually kind of look like pre-communist Russians. They have the big fluffy hats and rifles and sabers. They wear gas masks and some of the quotes from Lord Marshal Tecumseh addressing, "We shall wage war and with undiluted faith and courage. We shall not take one step back. This is the Emperor's world, and we will not surrender it." This is the mindset of the Vertasi Firstborn. Strong ties to each other. They're mostly at infantry units, but they do have their own mechanisms because it is an industrial world, so they pretty much can equip their own troopers with their own weaponry. Like all regiments, they have their own spin on warfare, and it's mostly just pretty standard infantry, rifles, and all that good stuff. But their war gear comes from such things like their armor looks kind of like shoulders armor, like a cuirass with red big old boots. They look like honestly look like communist Russians.
So, do they have tanks?
Yes, they have tanks.
I got tanks.
They have a specific sword called a Vastorny sword, which is kind of like a saber, mostly carried by officers. It's sort of like it's straight or curved. It's a pretty standard issue. Frag grenades, charges, crack grenades, good stuff. Flak armor.
They're good infantry.
They are. The thing is what makes them unique is the fact that it's the familial bonds that are between the regiments. Like literally, aunts and uncles or great aunts and great uncles from that have never seen these kids before would take them under their wing and try to keep them alive.
So like Spartans.
Pretty much, yeah. But like I said, they look kind of more like pre-communist Russians. And they make their own stuff, and because it's an industrial world, so it's like that's pretty much it. There's not really much.
So with Warhammer, with those guys, are they a big name? Are they known a lot?
Yeah, they've they've been cut off. Like most planets have been cut off because of the Great Rift that's going across the galaxy. They've held their own against the invading hordes of demonkind, and Yeah, they're pretty tough.
So they literally held their own. I probably got a lot of basilisk.
Well, I mean, the thing is that this regiment's over 10,000 years old. So
Nice. So they've held their own for a while.
yeah, they're almost as badass as the Cadians, but the difference being is Cadians have they're more flexible when it comes to doctrine because they're more designed. They are the standard issue of what a guardsman should be.
I'm sure what that I gave you.
So they're able to fit very neatly between the regiments.
That's still pretty cool. So on that note, for Warhammer, we'll tune in next year. We're going to go now to, I believe it's movies or video games. Which one is it? Thunder Bay Studios. I'm playing a few games, Metroid Prime recently again on Switch. Loving that. My Warhammer for Dawn of War, I have to restart some of the stories because of updates. And then playing another game on my Switch recently. It's the Rise of Euros. It's a war strategy kind of game of medieval style. Really love it. I've been playing that. You get like a squad of I think it's like 6. And you get to go through and try to figure out puzzles. You can always go back through again, but figure out puzzles, unlock things, unlock characters, go through, fight with different squads, different people, gain different levels for everybody and different things. Special gems that update, upgrade, and make you improve your characters, making them more formidable and dangerous. I like it a lot. I haven't got a chance to beat it yet. I've gotten close. I think maybe. I don't know actually how close I am. I've just been. I know how to kick a lot of butt though, and I'm really good at strategy. I just like to grind and play in that game for a while. It's just like one of those games where you just like to play. It's like one of the Gundam games that I play. It's just a war strategy style on a map and grid with your mobile suits and run through and play a lot of that. I like grid games. I like my tabletop too. We had one friend
playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh yeah.
And I had played it the first time, and I was a Hufflepuff, and now I'm a Gryffindor. I'm just gonna play through it, and I've heard rumors that they already started working, and it's already in production of Hogwarts Legacy 2. So that's gonna be fun.
Neat.
Okay, I'm done taking a shit. What are we doing?
Damn it, Llama! You're horrible, and that's disgusting. We're talking about video games, and ew.
Well, I mean, I used the poop knife.
Damn it, Llama! What the squirrel monkey?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a Reddit thing.
You fudge packing monkey poodle. That's disgusting. I didn't know that's a real thing, and oh my god, thank you for declaring that for me, Dark Trooper. And ew.
It is a view thing. You said it's a view thing. It's that the person in question, the OP, actually dumped the lady because of it.
I do not legitimately have a poop knife. I just wanted to say it in the moment.
I had a roommate one time.
At band camp?
No. He knew about it. But we lived together at one point, and he had this nasty habit of wiping and throwing it in the trash.
I was about to say, isn't that how roommates work? You live together?
Damn it, Llama. You know what I meant was he was just a bad roommate, period. He took from me, stole from me. He would wipe and leave things in the trash, then leave for the weekend, leaving the whole house smelling like poo. Wouldn't flush either half the time. left water running sometimes, left lights on, left the door unlocked and open a couple times, broke my stuff, let friends come over that were his friends, and they would mess with my stuff, scratch up my DVDs, video games, anime, my tabletop, comic books, nerdy stuff. And I'm sitting going, this guy's trying to say he's a nerd, and he destroyed a bunch of my nerdy stuff. He would steal my food and eat my my leftovers I'd bring back from work, and then my alcohol. And he'd bring people over and drink, and then he would hit on girls, and then he would tell people that I was a liar. A lot of drama, and then I beat the crap out of him. Long story about that one. And then he told my next roommate a bunch of stuff that wasn't true, and made my next roommate paranoid. Then made my next roommate pull a shotgun on me. It was insane. All I want to do was hang out and play video games. I ended up with a roommate that did play video games all the time. She was pretty neat. We would play Diablo 3. I love Diablo. I'd play the Diablo video games all the time. 1, I remember back in the day on the computer. 2 as well. 2 was awesome. I love when they put it on the Switch and the PC. Diablo 3, when they released it, it's one of my favorites. Diablo 4, I'm excited for. I haven't had a chance really. I've only got to play a minimal.
One of the games I'm looking forward to for next year is the new Fable that's coming out.
Oh yeah, Fable, dude, I love Fable. I have one.
The new one's coming out sometime in 26. They haven't actually given an official release date. All I know is that they delayed it till next year. So I honestly, I'm of the opinion with a big name like Fable, I say take your time, delay it as many times as you need to make sure it comes out.
Take longer to get things fixed and better, like you used to do, like how they did back in the day. I will be willing to take my wait and pay attention for it no longer, than them come out early with it. It's glitchy, messed up, and then we have to wait for updates that mess up the whole thing anyways. And then no, I don't like that. And I don't like this whole thing they've been trying to do lately, where you only get a download. No. I don't like that. And the download is something you can't actually keep, and it's in a stream board, so it can be taken away. No, I like it if you can actually download the game, have the game, and if they try to the server's down, it doesn't play anymore. Here, you can still play the storyline. You can still play with people that are within the servers that are still existing. That just
or they have decided that the game is not worthy of being ported to the next generation game systems. So they just say, "Oh yeah, we just don't care. Throw it away." That's what they did with Batman Origins, the Batman Arkham Knight Origins. Is that all the three games got ported to the new generation? That one just got forgotten because it was
Knights Republic 3. They should have, and they didn't. They should have made it by now, and they didn't. They should have made new versions of Knights of the Old Republic. They are. It's currently in production. It took too long.
Well, it was supposed to have been done by a different company, but there's something happened with the first company. I don't remember what it was, but now a different company is handling it.
Okay. So there's Path of Exile. That's real fun. It's kind of like Diablo, but better. It's
what is the Star Wars games?
Ridiculously better. Like, you get a character, and you get so many different things you can do. You can upgrade and team up with buddies. Me and Zenta, we play. He's way better than me, obviously. He gets a chance to play. I don't have time like I used to. Well, I might after living with the Supreme Overlord's main sanctum of doom.
No, Chaos. We don't do the damn thing.
The new Star Wars games
Overlord, sanctum of chaos.
The new Star Wars games that are coming out next year, that at least we know of, is Star Wars Galaxy Racers. It's just a pod racing game. Star Wars Zero Company, which is a tactical strategy game, which it takes place during, if I remember correctly, from what I saw in the trailers, it takes place during the Clone Wars, where you are playing as one of those super ultra black ops. Nobody knows about this kind of operations where they do sabotage or go behind enemy lines, sabotage.
That's cool. Yeah, the Rebels. That's kind of the whole thing.
Star Wars Jedi 3, which has not been announced yet. They have not declared yet. Star Wars Eclipse, which has also not been declared. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has not given a firm release date.
Yeah, I can't wait for those to fix them. Don't screw things up. They were great. They just needed a little more.
So the only ones we can actually absolutely know that are going to be coming out next year is Galaxy Racer and Zero Company.
So besides that, we're going to go into a tabletop thing for a minute of mentioning that, and then we're going to go.
Ooh, what are we doing on the tabletop?
Damn it, Llama. I love me some tabletop. Last week we had this unique, special, custom Nightmare Before Christmas style-esque D&D. We had to finish it early, sadly, because of
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Everything just started going in and out, flickering and messing up. The power was not so good for the cold, for the storm. But I wrapped it up by explaining what we were supposed to do, what it was supposed to go into, and then we ended it from there. But we'll have something special going on. Thunderbase came up with a great idea, so we might be doing a bunch of pro wrestling style stuff for the next maybe while until we start the new campaign. I was thinking about doing Mobile Suit Gundam, but I don't know. I might just pack that all up. Because I can do one more, and that would be it. And it would be minis.
I'll show you my mini.
Damn it, Llama. I know it exists. It's there.
It's just really cold out.
Yes, they all say. But on that note,
Time
Which
to
one?
move on to our main segment. Here is our political chat.
So, yeah, by the way, disclaimer, read it, people, read it and weep. Also, to let you all know that there is a left side, there's a right side, there's a center side as well. You have the Republican Party, that's the red, you have the Democratic Party, that is blue, and then you have the Purple People Party, which is purple. We all mix together. When you look at the proper thing of segments, you have a forgetful elephant, a corrupt donkey, and then you have a brave free bird. It's the bald eagle. Why not have it be chosen correctly, not just from a goofy cartoon that they chose many years ago as their main stamp, when you can utilize what we have is much better, more free, more brave, better thing to utilize and control in a respectful manner without evil. On that note, here's Nuxnar. Love this dude. He's the Blue Jew, Purple Jew, the Blue Jew. What up, homie? I listen to stuff all the time. He is the news, by the way. He says it all the time. He is. So here is his news that he is reporting and checking out. I can't hear anything.
I can't hear you.
Damn it, Llama. But no, really. Thunderbase will get it in a second. It is right now. There is no sound. We need the sound.
That man has a mustache on his face.
He is wearing it for the probably the right reasons.
What about the left reasons?
No. I'm just once Thunderbase Studios gets this stuff corrected on the studio side, I'll get that all situated. On that note, Dominant Visions, how are you doing over there in the cold area? Is it cold?
Pretty much. It's pretty much blizzard over here. As you can see,
if you're not following politics,
It's
you have
up-
absolutely no idea what's going on in Japan. But it is
So let Dominant Visions finish up what he said for a second, then we'll hit play.
it's like a slight blizzard over here, but I've been shoveling since this morning, so it stopped. I believe it stopped around 9:30 to 10 p.m. Just about a few minutes ago. So after, I believe I'm gonna shovel some more.
In short, holy shit, it's cold outside.
Damn it, Llama.
Don't worry, the cold doesn't bother me as always.
No, you're a strong dude. You're big and strong like a gorilla and tough like a lion with wings. All right. So on that note, Nuxnar, damn it, Llama.
if you're not following politics,
But
you absolutely no idea what's going on in Japan, but it is absolutely diabolical. All right, the Prime Minister of Japan went to war against Islam, as well as China. People are unaware of the level of cooking that's happening there. So this is a protest. Now, normally you see all sorts of protests, right? Protesting at the establishment, against the right wing, etc. This is a protest being led by the current Prime Minister of Japan against Muslims.
日本の侵略をしています。日本は多神教ですが、イスラム教は
You guys forget who signed with the Nazis. It was the Muslims.
Islam will never recognize Japan, which is polytheistic. Islam hates us, she says. She's correct. They will never recognize her. Oh boy. Cremation. They don't settle accounts like us. They have Sharia law.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Cartoon Lords of anime.
An arrogant invasion and takeover of Japan. Let me make something clear. Everything she's saying is completely correct. Everything she's saying is correct. If you want to move to another country, you better assimilate it to that country, otherwise get the fuck out. This has been my analogy and analysis the entire time, and it doesn't matter.
That is true.
The country needs to look out for.
The thing is that you cannot go into another country and then use your laws from your country to oversee the laws of the country that you are coming to. That does not work that way. It never has worked that way, and it never will work that way. The only way that will work is if you try to take over the country. Which the problem is that people in question, in the case of this case, would be Japan, but people will not stand for it, and they will fight tooth, nail, and claw. Particularly Japanese. They are known to be very stubborn ass people.
Yep. And they will not tolerate this like whatsoever. We did because we used social justice first as the way for them to get in, which is how they screwed it.
Well, the thing is, in our case, in the case of America, we have a thing in the Constitution that allows people to believe in what they wish to believe in, which is actually the right thing to do. But the problem is that only works if you still follow the laws of that country. It doesn't change. Your laws do not apply in this country.
Our issue is our bureaucracy is why it took so long for everything to be fixed and corrected. We let it in, and they festered and grown more to become something to take over. And I've been told this several times by Muslims in my life that have mentioned and told me, hey, by the way, this is going to happen. We're just going to outbreed everybody, or we're just going to kill everybody. Right now we're acting like we're the victims, but once we gain the power and we are in law, we're in courts, we're in the system, we are the ones writing laws now. It's like then we have power and we take over. And they're doing it. You can see actions speak louder than words. You can see the Sharia laws going everywhere. And I like that Japan's fighting back, going, yeah, how about no? And they're not playing around with that stuff. They don't joke. That's not something you play with.
There was a note from Fox Digital, and I'm going to put that up on the screen. It says the Justice Department redacted the names and identifiers of the victims. Fox News Digital has learned that the same redaction standards were applied to politically exposed individuals and government officials. Now, I'm also going to put on this screen the actual text of the Epstein Transparency Act itself, which says that no record shall be withheld, delayed, or redacted on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, including to any government official, public figure, or foreign dignitary. And so how can they make up this brand new standard that already unto itself violates the spirit of this thing, but also violates the direct letter of this law?
Well, that was the whole purpose of the law, right? I mean, the DOJ, the Department of Justice, was not releasing this information because they did not probably cause embarrassment to powerful people. And their rationale was, well, we don't release things if we don't charge people. That was their whole rationale. And that's why it took a literal act of Congress to say, no, we want you to release these things, even if it's going to cause embarrassment to people who are in charge, because justice wasn't done, because there was never a real prosecution of these individuals. And 3 federal judges looked at the act and said,
Well, the main
yeah, you know what?
reason why-
You didn't order the release before because of reputational harm and the idea that you don't release things with people who are not charged. But Congress now has spoken, so we're going to reverse ourselves and we're going to mandate that you release this. At that point, I thought, okay, certainly they're going to release it with 3 federal judges saying that. And some of it they did release, but they redacted the whole thing and they covered up the names. So this can only lead one to believe that they want to distract with pictures of Bill Clinton. Everyone knows Bill Clinton doesn't have good judgment. I mean, we didn't need the Epstein release.
He resigned because of it.
They want to distract with that, and they don't want in any of the other rich and powerful men who are part of this cover-up
And women.
to be
And
exposed.
women.
And why does it matter? People say, well, he was dead years ago. Well, it matters because people are sick of 2 tiers of justice in this country. They're sick of an elite who gets away with even things like raping young girls or watching young girls be raped and not saying anything. They are sick of elite impunity. And they think that there's something rotten about these interests that have a hold on our government. And they want it exposed. And that's
The Epstein files.
It's not going away.
Yeah, it's about
There
the
was
The problem is that
they showed a lot of them. A lot of
Trump
it.
and the DOJ are not releasing all the names of people who are like very powerful, like Republican, all across the board. They're
More
not releasing
Democratic.
it because
They're not doing it on both sides for a reason.
How they claim they're saying it's like they're victims too. It's like, no, you should release them in its entirety.
I agree. The thing is that you should release all of it, and that thing is, though, is it's going to be getting a lot of people in trouble.
Who cares? Most of those people can't be prosecuted anyway because of the statute of limitations.
I get you. I agree. I think it's something stupid. Like they should have released it, but they're all scared because they don't want it on their name. They don't want it on their.
Well, it's
their
also it's Donald
family.
Trump saying don't release these names because a lot of them are his friends. He actually called Marjorie Taylor Greene and actually said to him that he actually yelled at her and in front of witnesses because she had it on speakerphone. So I'm not just saying this verbally. This is actually in front of witnesses. And actually said, I don't want this released because my friends are in it. It's like, I don't care if your friends are in it. I don't care if Bill Clinton, Obama, I don't care who the fuck is in this thing. I want to know who it is so we can so they can be held liable for what they've done.
That's the problem. Is they don't want it now. That I agree. He should be releasing it. It doesn't matter. It does. You should be releasing it to show everybody who these people were as monsters. Even if they're acting good now, hey, they did something back in the past that was wrong and messed up, and they should at least be held accountable to a certain extent. Even if it's not as bad as it was, the whole point is you still got away with it, and it's not right.
The problem is
You're paying hush money, paying hush money, isn't that illegal?
Yes, it is, and it's called bribery. But the thing is that the Epstein files. First of all, a lot of the people in Trump's organization, in Trump's cabinet, actually ran on, we are going to work to release the Epstein files. End of story.
That was one of his things. His main thing was to.
But the fact is that now that they're in the position to do that, they're saying, no.
That part I don't agree with, but the same thing goes for the FBI for that too. It goes for the everybody else that's in there that said that I had the files on my desk. I read it all. I saw it all. We're going to be releasing it soon. There's a truckload of it. This, and this. Then they come out 2 weeks later. Oh, there was actually nothing. And then everybody freaks out at them. And then they're like, okay, there is some things. I'm sorry. Here, by the way, because they forgot that half the file stuff was already released. We got half. Where's the other half? Now we have 75%.
Turns out the other half was the baby oil receipts.
Damn it, Llama. That would be at least a quarter. But that's horrible. But yeah, no joke. It's probably a lot of movies, actors, probably royalty, probably people of big high stature, probably people that are
degenerates.
Yeah, there could be things. There's a lot of things with other people's names that are connected. They were hanging out at the party with these said people that were the horrible said people, and they're protecting it because they the second you find out that they were at these parties and they all hung out together and plotted and planned some shady shit for the whole world to suffer, while we we suffered. They reap the rewards and benefits and laugh about it in parties where they get to torture and mess up people and make them disappear and feed them to people as food. You know, the weird, creepy corpse starch. Nonetheless, let's go to this next video. What just happened?
What is this?
Who pulled this one?
Did COVID-19 not come from Wuhan? China claims it originated in the US. A new report from the Chinese Communist Party has accused the US of being the origin of the virus that brought the world to a standstill in 2020.
We
This
know.
after multiple investigations over the past few years have indicated
I didn't send it.
lab in China as the
neither.
initial source of
What is this, son of a?
This is
China now accuses Washington.
that was me. I've got ones in here too.
All right, that's why I was confused. I'm like, where did this come from? Okay, go ahead.
Of evading responsibility. There have been multiple statements made by US President Donald Trump suggesting that the virus leaked from a lab in Wuhan. In an elaborate document, the Chinese government claims that the infectious disease was present in the US.
No,
No, it wasn't. That's a
it was
lie.
present on a cruise ship that should have been quarantined 11 miles off of shore.
What
Sure.
happened was it was a government thing that was a psyop on purpose that Fauci did with certain people in China, where they did harvest and create their own virus of gain of function research, which is illegal and you're not supposed to be doing because of the signing of the certain documents that were done after World War II and no biowarfare. And yet he broke the rules and laws of warfare and he's getting away with it somehow and killing all those dogs amongst innocent other people as well. He did it in there. They created it. They set it up. And then he even did a little speech about it right before it got released. He released it deliberately in a strategic kind of way. And then they try to set up a thing with about a bat, saying it was from a bat when they found out it wasn't actually from a bat. The bat may have had a certain kind of virus that gets burnt up and dies from a certain heat intake that humans cannot survive. Bats can go up to almost like 200 degrees or whatever without dying.
Yeah, I just thought it was something to bring up since China's trying to blame America now.
Yeah, that's messed up.
China is the one that created that. The virus was started in China. Everybody knows it because it started in China and spread like wildfire. Because China's
population control.
It's basically stuck together like sardines in a can.
They fucked up though. You want to know why? You look at their population. It's not at no 2.7 billion anymore. I don't even think it's at 1 billion anymore. They killed a lot of their own people. A lot. With the virus, let alone the vaccines, killed way more after. Especially the boosters and all that rest. A bunch of people that took all that stuff, all got messed up, started having complications, start paying attention to people. How healthy they were prior and after. I didn't take a shot. I'm healthy. I took a shot. Mine.
I did not take the vaccine.
I'm sick like right now, but it's for my kid. It's messed my boat.
I have to get vaccinated on the Friday anyway.
Oh dear. I stay away from that stuff. I'm good. I'm tough. I got natural immunities. You're supposed to have something of tough. It only works for certain things I believe in.
Meme of the day: racism.
Yeah, that's always racism, but it's funny. Pocket sand. Yeah, that's what people do these days. Oh yeah, scandals. Every time there's a scandal, they try to say racism. Oh my god! And instead of actually telling you what the scandal is and why. So in that, we're gonna post this. It was from 5Man, from the guy from Little Hive Mind. Really awesome dude. Gets some really good information. Smart. To me,
this is what happens when
I secretly think that this guy is JD Vance or somebody else that is, or that's close to him and knows because of how he talks and the things he says. Just makes me think he is. But that's my thing. So, send me some money in the bank account. Be hush hush. I'll never say it again. Back to it. Hit the video.
Pocket racist.
Saying it. This is what happens when they target communities for their own benefit. This is what happens when they scapegoat.
Hey,
and this is what happens when they no longer hide the idea of white supremacy.
Yeah, Nick Shirley's the damn problem. And of course, this is what they do all the time. They did the same thing with ICE agents. And what happened in that case? Well, people started feeling emboldened. They felt as if the Democrats had their back. And so they could now take to the streets and start intimidating ICE agents. And now it appears the exact same thing is happening, but this time to the 20-year-old YouTuber known as Nick Shirley. As he was conducting his investigative work on the street, a crowd found him, identified him, and basically tried scaring him out of town. More mob intimidation serving the Democrat will, protecting the fraudsters, and of course attempting to get in the way of identifying the actual truth. Welcome to Backwards Land. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on, and of course let's have a conversation. I got a bunch of things to show you. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so take a look at this.
You cannot come in here. We don't care. We don't know where it is. Come on. That's not you talk. You don't know that. You know. Look. He's recording. You're not in it. I don't care. Who do you work for? Who do you work for? No, who do you work for?
Now, first, I got to add that it appears many of the individuals on screen are actually some of his security guards.
So yeah, these guys with the masks on their face with the security guards trying to protect these guys. The rest of these guys were trying to threaten them for the whole time. He went in and exposed something that no one's done in a while. Whatever happened to journalism like that? Whatever happened on the streets looking for this kind of stuff? This guy right here, it should be an actual journalist. This guy, they should make like a TV show kind of thing by like kind of about, hey, the guy just popped open one of the biggest things of where'd all this money go? Where did billions of dollars mean? Billions. You, with billions of dollars, yes, you could make every American in this country a millionaire and still have plenty left over for everything else you want. Get that money back somehow, some way. Even if you got 1 billion back, which I think it was like 18 billion or something altogether. They found 9 billion of it. The other 9 billion they're looking for right now. And finding out that supposedly Somalia itself mysteriously went from negative to almost $18 billion. And all of it is American money. Gee golly whiskers. I wonder where that came from. There is something going on that's really messed up. And people took cuts and screwing us over. We have been paying extra out of our taxes for this. Our taxes are like 30 to 40%. Why is most of my money going to that, to everything else? If your taxes were proper, they should be at 10 at most, 12 at max. Nothing should go after that. They used to get up in riots and fight at 2%. Now we're at freaking almost 50%. I'm not paying half what I work to the government and to the world for other things. That's not going to my family. The whole part of me working is for my family.
You're not the only one.
That's the point, though. It's not just me. That's the point of the People Party. It's not. It's not just me. Everybody. We don't want to work and pay half our paycheck, hell, a quarter of our paycheck. I don't want to pay quarter of my paycheck. I don't want to pay no 25%. Max I'd ever pay is 20%, and that's if I want to shake a deal, if I get some kind of bonus at the end of the year. No,
I don't want my taxpayers going into the pockets of our politicians who do nothing but sit around and fall asleep in the middle of Congress.
Yes, and it's disgusting. And the money should be going towards all of us. But all right, let's go to the next thing.
Topic of Iran comes up. And what's fascinating about this is as we go through, what about what's happening with Russia? What about the West Bank? What about China and Taiwan? Trump is unable to get beyond just a superficial statement on any of these issues. And I think it's pretty clear he doesn't know anything about any of these issues. Trump asked about Iran, and he's just sort of like, I don't know, I'm kind of hearing some stuff.
See how they did the spin on this.
Well, I don't want to say that, but Iran may be behaving badly. It hasn't been confirmed, but if it's confirmed, look, they know the consequences. Consequences will be very powerful, maybe more powerful than the last time. Yeah.
Good.
And Iran should have made a deal the last time. I gave them the option. I said, you can make a deal. Do it. I told them, do it. And they didn't believe me. Now they believe me.
Do you have evidence that Iran is behaving badly? And what do you mean by that?
This is just what we hear. But usually...
I'm just kind of hearing rumors. Trump has access to arguably the best intelligence in the world, although he often says the intelligence agencies suck. But Trump has access to the best intelligence agencies in the world. And he's asked about evidence for some of the claims he's making. And he goes, we're just kind of hearing this stuff. Evidence, schmevidence, I don't really know.
I don't think he understands. Plus, if you're getting anything negative about from CNN, it's CNN. I don't trust anything from CNN. I barely trust anything from Fox. Let alone ABC.
Fox, because it's a propaganda machine.
And you could say the same for CNN. It's a propaganda machine. They're both the propaganda machines that are fighting back and forth. They're supposed to feed and mix you guys up to fight. Same thing goes for ABC, MSNBC, and everything else, and all the rest. They all have propaganda. They all get paid. That's why they got pissed off when the government funding was taken away. When you found out the government was paying for the media. No, that's illegal. That's actually not supposed to be a thing. They're not supposed to have that. If they have something that's supposed to be government media, everybody's supposed to know it's government media. They're not supposed to sneak under behind it and saying it's a corporation that's privately owned. No, their funding was coming from government, meaning it could be pushed and controlled and prodded. The whole Biden administration was blown out of the water with that because the shadow cabal government that has been running behind it has been super powerful since then. And Trump's trying to fight it, but he can only do so much without getting assassinated again, or the people trying to assassinate him again. Go to the next episode. What is this? Hello, lady.
Now to protest in Iran, people taking to the streets in Tehran and other cities. Our chief international correspondent, James Longman, is back tracking developments from London and telling us what all this means. James, good morning.
Hi again, Malika. Yeah, protests are gathering momentum in Iran, and this is already the biggest challenge to the regime since the massive demonstrations of 2021. Videos online show riot police deploying...
And it's their fucking fault for letting in all these people.
Absolutely their fucking fault.
Angry about inflation and corruption. Protesters can be heard chanting, "Don't be afraid, we are all together." But
if you guys ran everything properly with a nuclear family working hard...
The government will be that this anger at the economic situation morphs into a broader Iran's currency has collapsed, pushing an already heavily sanctioned economy deeper into turmoil. The protests have spread to multiple cities, and the unrest has already caused the head of the central bank to resign.
They have these corruption, these liars, and
taken the unusual step of acknowledging the concerns of protesters, and doing much to appease those on the street. Much of Iran's economic troubles,
driving all this money, you could have paid that money to an innocent family,
which froze Iranian assets abroad and limited oil trade. This is, of course, after the US struck 3 Iranian nuclear sites over the summer. And yesterday, President Trump said the US would knock the hell out of Iran if they got weapons.
Lots of questions about where this is headed next. James, thank you.
Go for it. Go for it, Trump. Knock the hell out of them if they even try to start something. Not even joking anymore. Like, they're messing with things they shouldn't be messing with. This world, no, we need to run things properly again. The more I've seen, the worse it's gotten. It should have never been like this. We should all be cool, happy, and hanging out with each other and all be equal. Kind of like this, like the stream board. You look at each one of us, we're all different mostly. The only ones that have similarities mostly is me and Thunderbase because we're cousins. And everybody else is different. And every one of us has different thoughts, and we're all chaotic in our own minds. So what's the next one? Or was that it? I thought I had one more.
I was just switching things over.
Hey, it's that one guy that dressed up like Donald Trump. What the fuck?
In the Netherlands, Geert Wilders. In Germany, the Alice Weidel. In Austria, the Freedom Party under Herbert Pickel just finished first in the 2024 national election. A result that was unthinkable in polite European society not long ago. If an election were held today, Nigel Farage would become Prime Minister of Britain. In Australia, on the heels of its worst terrorist attack, has seen fresh momentum Anson's One Nation. And it's not just the West. Even Japan has elevated tonight to Prime Minister, a hardline conservative nationalist.
I will pilot your heavy arms and the false custom.
Across all these countries, one thing remains clear. These wins and the newfound popularity of right-wing nationalist parties are not random. They're not accidents. They are an immune response, a response to what many in these societies increasingly believe is a very real threat, a threat that manifests in the form of massive immigration from Islamic countries and the long-term consequences of a growing Islamic population inside Western societies. But I want to go further than that. Western civilization today is in a civilizational war, not a physical war, not yet at least, but a spiritual one, a cultural one, a legal one, a demographic one, a political one, a war over what kind of society is allowed to exist, over whether law comes from human reason or from divine command, over whether individuals have inherent rights, or whether those rights are conditional on faith or gender. And this conflict is not something that might happen in the future. It's not something that depends on whether you personally believe in it or not. What we do know is that this civilizational war, however, will determine the fate of Western civilization. And this is not theoretical. Over the last few years, this conflict has expressed itself in very real, very concrete ways. In Poland, authorities recently foiled an IS-inspired bomb plot targeting a Christmas market just weeks before it was meant to happen. In Germany, police arrested a group of men planning a vehicle attack on a Christmas market in Bavaria. In the UK, 2 men were convicted for plotting an attack against Jewish and Christian communities in Manchester. In Austria, a planned Islamic State-linked attack on a Taylor Swift concert was stopped at the last minute, with arrests across multiple countries. In Australia, the Bondi Beach massacres of 15 people lose their lives in the worst attack in countries.
Another.
Were foiled before
after another, and after another. Like, seriously. And another. Like, anybody else has a theme going on here? And another, and another. This is getting ridiculous. We're being constantly assaulted, constantly being attacked, constantly being harmed, constantly being, raped, murdered, and whatever else language you can say, state, do. Hey, it's that weird guy again.
President Donald Trump met yesterday at Mar-a-Lago with the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky. Remember that Donald Trump promised that within 24 hours of becoming president-elect last year, the Ukraine-Russia war would end. Then he said, well, it'll be within 24 hours of being sworn in. Then it was within a month, then 90 days. Then it was, well, we might end up having to walk away with it. And it is particularly unlikely to be resolved as Donald Trump seems increasingly confused and disoriented and in decline at these events. We're going to look at the before of the meeting and the after.
You're here to stress. Why is there not like adult?
Beginning.
Pissed off.
So he thinks Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, is very serious about peace. This happened just hours after Putin spent the night bombing Ukraine. How are you going to have a productive and substantive discussion if you believe at the core something that is just so wrong? All right, I think Putin is serious about peace. Putin spent much of the previous night prior to this meeting bombing Ukraine. Asked about deadlines, where we have been a week away, 2 weeks away, very, very close to Trump's final deadline, which he has said, if Putin doesn't, then I'm going to. And then now Trump is asked about it, and he goes, no, I don't have any deadlines.
And we'll continue the negotiation. Pretty complex, but not that complex.
Well, you can. Like, you're gonna have complications. Because you got to remember, it's not just a regular little, oh, I'm going to kick his ass and blow everything up and ha ha ha.
Remember, if Putin doesn't accept,
you kill everybody because the war isn't going to be one-sided. It's going to be two-sided. It's going to bounce around. If not, it's going to be more. It's going to spread because everybody else is going to want to have war. And then there's going to be a massacre. We don't need that. No one needs that. Those are my thoughts on it. Just I don't. I don't get it. Why people want to do drama about that stuff, and it just sounds like they're trying to just complain about Trump instead of actually getting shit situated and figured out like we should. Stop complaining about him when there's worse things going on right now. But those are my thoughts, not yours. How are you doing?
We got one more for
All right.
Any thoughts on that previous video from anyone else?
Honestly, I don't trust. The thing is I don't trust Putin at his word, because when you're really saying, "Oh yeah, I want peace," and then bombing the shit out of the country you're attacking, that you attacked, there's no. He doesn't want peace. He wants Ukraine, but the problem is he's bitten off more than he could chew, and he's struggling to try and find a way to get out of this conflict without looking like a weak little pussy.
Yeah, he's also struggling to get something out of it before he's done with the war, to show that he can still brag and boast and be tough about it. And it's not a good thing. It's not something he should be doing, period. But it's happening, and it's really messed up.
Epic City. It is the planned Muslim-centric neighborhood set just 40 miles north of Dallas, and it's got a lot of attention nationwide and from the top leaders of Texas.
And we have about 366 mosques in the state of Texas, and their sizes have doubled since 2016.
I'm here today.
The hat like Ben, I've actually have
Mother Texas is traumatized.
If you don't want to support America, why don't you just leave?
Why isn't it they're allowed to have more mosques?
Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button.
They're purposely Why is it that they're allowed to post and put mosques right next to churches, but we're not allowed to put churches next to mosques? Why is it that they do this everywhere? That's how they take over. One after another, and they start swarming, consuming. Same thing with the whole health centers thing. Was all fraud, to steal money for our taxes, to take away from our money from us, for the people, by the people, of the people. Like, for the whole concept of what we're having a problem with is all this fraud. These two different teams that have been in there so long that when they first come in, they're like, how can I screw over the system instead of make it better? That's the first thoughts, and that's not right. They come in with these lies and saying how they want to do something, but in reality, no. Let's keep going.
Epic City. It is the planned Muslim-centric neighborhood set just 40 miles north of Dallas. And it's got a lot of attention nationwide and from the top leaders of Texas. Yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott announcing the state has halted any construction of Epic City and has launched multiple investigations into development alongside the Department of Justice. My next guest has been following this story closely, and joining me now is a senior journalist for Texas Scorecard, Aaron Anderson. Aaron, thanks for being with us here today. Let's set a little background for those who are just catching up on the story of Epic City. It is a planned development under a existing Muslim community and mosque, where the plan suggests 1,000 homes, a mosque, a community center. It does not suggest you have to be Muslim to live in the community, but it will be a life centered around the values and the life of Islam.
Here, Fox News reports Texas AG Pat.
No one is allowed to be there unless they're Muslim, and they themselves have actually stated this. It is not going to be no nice. It's going to be a Arabic stronghold. Go ahead. Okay, Muslim stronghold, not Arabic. It's not just Arabs. There's some Arabs that are not all Arabs are bad. I know some good ones.
Who thinks they can ignore the rules and hurt Texans? There are people who participated in the protest earlier this month, y'all. Thanks to Nick Shirley, who went out there to interview. Y'all, Nick Shirley's everywhere. He went out there and he interviewed some of these people. So let's take a look at some of the reactions.
This lady with the pig on a stick. What made you? A what? A boar.
A feral hog.
A feral hog. What made you want to come out here today?
I just want to make sure that my Texas doesn't become totally Islamic, and that's what these people are planning on doing, is converting our state to an Islam state.
And have you seen the rise of Islam here inside of this part of Texas?
In the last 24 months, they've set up 48 mosques. And if you look where these mosques are situated, they're all situated in very strategic points and very important crossroads, especially the ones here in Dallas. And we have about 366 mosques in the state of Texas, and their sizes have doubled since 2016. And we don't need this in Texas. These people have not shed any blood for our country. They don't want to assimilate. They want to isolate themselves. And if they take over, they're going to want women to wear the hijab, and they want to marry little kids.
After interviewing that lady, Nick was unceremoniously removed from.
Did I not just say that right before she said that?
I,
Oh wow! Did I literally not just say that right before the Sorry. That's the point we're getting at, and that's exactly how they act. What she just said is exactly how it is, and how they act. I am not joking. I know how Muslims are when it comes to that stuff. They're going to move in. They're first going to act all buddy-buddy until they're all situated and they get enough of them. And they're going to start isolating themselves and acting weird. And then if you're not one of them, you're, what do you call it? Infidel. Yeah, you are the problem now, and they want to kill you. And they will. And it's not even a joke. It happens a lot. It happens a lot more than you think.
Oh, man.
All right, we got any more videos?
That was the last one.
All right, well, what are your guys' thoughts about politics right now or anything? Damn it, Llama. Wake back up. It looks like you recounted your counter bar. But if you guys check it out, thank you to DJ Thunderbase himself and Llama for their ideas and creations. You check out some of our new symbols and how they have been upgraded. Bigger, better, cooler. Dominant Visions himself, his is awesome, but he's going to be having an upgraded version soon. And then we're going to be putting it in here. I think what we should do as well is we'll lower down the little circle balls just a little bit, just so it all becomes full. As it looks down, like you can drop all 5 of those circles just a little bit lower towards the Dominant Vision circle. You tighten it up. Those thoughts. I love it, though. This is so cool, though, and it has the original symbol right there in the center, the Chaotic Minds, with Mayhem and DJ Thunderbase, with the original OG Wolf howling to the moon, and Black Panther howling into the moon. So, on that note, we have anything for popping up for our posts or pictures, or no? They're just going to be promotions to end out.
Yeah, it's
all right. So on that note, that for tonight, thank you all. Happy birthday to everybody. Fun for gaming, talking. Thank you for the chat and chances for discussions for our politicals. Thank you for anything about relationships and such. The cool, awesome lore, as well as our Warhammer and amongst. And then also our awesome cast down the line. We have me as Mayhem the Hearts Mace. We have Dark Trooper down there. We have Llama the Overlord. And we have Dominant
fucking asleep.
Right? Dominant Visions himself, and then the man running it all from in front of the camera, behind the camera, around the camera, floating above the camera, kind of like it does in Mario Brothers. He's kind of cloud. It's DJ Thunderbase himself in the cloud, striking lightning upon it. Wow. Videoing. And on that note, for the next thing that we will promote is our GMK, Gray Mercenary Knights. That's brought to you by our CEO, Chaotic Era Odyssey. Our Gray Mercenary Knights is our stunt group, as well as cosplay and hangout group for getting ready for Dungeons & Dragons, hanging out, tabletop, martial arts, knife combat, training, self-defense, anything else, disclaimer needed. Anything else when it comes to it, it's just a group of friends and buddies, guys, girls, squirrels, and everybody else doing something to make it so it's about the people instead of just about the big richies. Even if we make it big, we still will be doing it for everybody else as well. And then when it comes to the next, is CEO, Chaotic Era Odyssey. It's a chaotic world out there. It's a new era, and it's our Odyssey. So remember that this is the big umbrella that goes over everything that we're running and doing here as the CEOs. Next to it after that, we have this Sunday, if Dark Trooper wants to talk about it.
This Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Rolling to Die podcast. Our GM, Henry the Heartsmith. What are we doing for our game this week?
I am thinking one last episode of something of a Gundam kind of style, like the mini Gundams that I have. It's going to probably be the white ship base.
White base.
Yep. Versus the Xeon kind of esque. Used to be the sand tank, but I'm going to make it like a floating kind of tank. Maybe we get a land battle, maybe, I don't know. And then they're also going to have this big red Xeon death machine thing that Thunderbase himself got me as a gift. And then we're going to have mostly mobile suits on the white base team. And then the Xeon team's going to be very powerful with their own tanks and suits and squads. And then we'll face off with those. And then after that, we're going to go into probably some D&D Pro Wrestling for about a month or so until we start the new campaign. We might video a session 0 of the beginning of how everybody gets to their parts to start the first episode as a special. We'll let you all know when we get that all going. Hopefully we'll have the new studio at least partially set up by then, with Mayhem Llama and Thunderbase working together as the big trifecta. Also with Dark Trooper and Down at Visions here as our powerful guard.
I'll show you my big trifecta.
Damn it, Llama.
No, finally you wake up.
Who woke up?
You were out for a good 15, 30 minutes. But
I walked away. I had to clean up something.
A likely story.
Thunderbase, your last two things?
And making sure everything is running smoothly and bringing you your amazing videos. I bring you Sunday Bisu Productions. And it will also be eventually working on more future movie, music, and all sorts of other stuff as well.
Opening videos.
Mm-hmm. And this... I hope you guys will join us for our next episode of The Chaotic Minds every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to join in. Once again, I am Devontae Ewing, a.k.a. DJ Thunderbase, saying thank you and good night.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Today's episode sponsored by Mayhem's Chubby.
Damn it, Mama.